Overvaluing an estate agency. Today, I'm joined by Nony Kerr-Smiley, who is a very well-known estate agent from the beautiful city of Winchester. Talk to me about overvaluing.
Hi, Chris. Overvaluing is something that we just don't believe in. When we go to value a property, Sam and I will spend ages forensically checking the value of the property, everything else that's bought and sold in the road. We do our SPRIF reports, we do nationwide price index. We absolutely nail it down to what we believe to be the right price for a house. The trouble in today's market, which is not a buyer's market, a seller's market anymore, it's now a buyer's market, that if one overprices, even by 5%, the chances is that you won't even get a viewing, because your Rightmove portal is not necessarily your friend. It's now a Tinder dating website. This is what happens. Ping, look at this. How's this come on the market? Oh God, not at that price. Have you seen it? Yeah, and they flick it off. Tinder dating website. If the price is right, the photos look good, within a half second, you'll know if you're going to flick it to the right, open it up and have a detailed view. Once it's flicked off, if a price reduces later, they never come back to it, because no one wants something that no one else wants. And it's, oh, not that one, it's been hanging around for ages, there must be something wrong with it. Get the price right. Buyers will pay the asking price. Most of our houses sell for 100% of asking price, or at least 98%. We are really damn close. But we sell our houses well, quickly, with beautiful photography, and getting the price right. If you overprice it and the price comes down, the danger is it can end up selling for less than it was worth in the first place. And that doesn't help anybody.
But you've got to have it on the market to sell it, is what the normal reply that someone would say.
You're absolutely right. So we've all worked for companies that have said, get it on, list it, drop the price later. Sign them up, list it, drop the price later. I don't think that's ethical. Homeowners are basing their whole lives on the price that you valued that house for. So they're going, oh, but Nony said it's worth 1.1 million. And then they think, what can I buy with 1.1 million? Well, I can pay the mortgage off, do this, do this, do this. And if it only sells for 9, where's that helped anyone? If a house is worth 1 million, and I think it's worth 1 million, then I'll tell them it's worth 1 million. And I go on the journey with them. I put all the examples on the table and go, based on this, 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 and this, what do you think, homeowner? I think this. And then they go, actually, that makes sense. That's fine. If they want to try a little bit higher for a week or 2 weeks, I wouldn't recommend it, because I don't want it to drop later, reduced. Beginning of September this year, when you expect lots of new stuff come on, in Winchester, there were 2 new things and 16 house reductions. Where does that help anybody? So I'd rather we get it right in the first place, price it right, with the authenticity and that's behind it, and people understand. What do you think?
I think you can overvalue. I think if the valuer takes complete control from start to finish, which obviously you're a model, you believe in that model because you take complete control, where the valuer keeps the responsibility of the vendor, says to the vendor, yep, I think it's worth 310, but if you want to try it at 350, we will. But I'm going to write into the sole agency agreement, I'll be back here in 3 weeks' time, and we'll actually book that appointment in the diary. And if we haven't sold it, if you're happy with the photographs and you're happy with the write-up and it hasn't sold, the only reason is going to be the price, then I think that's worth a try. But where I think the vast majority, especially larger firms, is that the valuer puts the house on the market and then leaves the property to the negs.
Just hangs it.
It's just like, and then it'll just go, weeks and weeks will go on by. Brits don't pick the phone up to their vendors. Isn't it amazing that we as estate agents think amazing vendor contact is once a month? If you go to Australia, it's once a week. Some are even once a day.
Once a day might be a bit like, God's sake, will you leave me alone? But
Yeah. So I think the core of overvaluing is take responsibility all the way through. Don't leave it to next. And that, it shocks me. I mean, here's some stats. I put a stat out this morning or last night on LinkedIn saying what percentage of homes that come on the market end up coming off the market unsold.
Yeah.
And the answer is 47%.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah.
47%.
Yeah.
That is
insane.
Again, here's another stat which I just love, because I like my stats, is that if a property sells within 25 days, its chances of going through to exchange of contracts are 94%. If a property takes over 100 days to achieve a sale, its chances of actually going through to exchange is 54.
Yeah,
54
exactly.
versus 94. It's insane.
I use your stat on that on a lot of my valuations, to be fair. You're welcome. But it's 100% true. I mean, we did a stat the other day, Sam and I, where we looked at all the new instructions within the year.
Yep.
And how, with all the agents, and with the percentage that actually went through to sale. The main agent in town, 58% of their stock of the new instructions went through to sale agreed. The second agent, 72% went through to sale agreed. Ours, 92%. Price it right, you get it sold. And I use your stats too, that if you get it right and you sell it within 25 days, it's more likely to go through. I'm not sure the reason why. Is it because if it hangs around too long and then somebody picks it up, they're always thinking maybe there was something wrong with it, and is there something new and shiny they could buy?
Possibly. Again, that's a valid, but I don't know whether it's the answer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, here's a stat that will blow your mind. Is what percentage of homes sell with the first agent? Those versus the second agent. So
I'd say more probably sell with the second agent. Go on.
Okay, so this will be released before this video comes out. In the last 18 months, the percentage of agents that sold with the first agent has been between 83 and 86% with the first agent.
Okay.
A lot do go to the second agent, but it's the number that actually end up selling much, 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 much lower. That blew my mind because we've all had this number in our head, haven't we? 60% of properties sold with the second agent. No.
Oh, interesting.
So that stat will be out by the time this video comes out. But I've got that in my, you know what I mean? I like to get great stats and put them out there.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on overvaluing.
Don't overvalue. Have confidence in yourself and take the owners with you. If they don't agree and they want it on for 100,000 more, let them go. We're too busy. I'm too busy to manage something which they want to put on at 20% higher. I don't mean 1 or 2% higher, but a whole lot. I'd rather concentrate my time on the people.
And that's the magic thing, ladies and gentlemen, is you've got to learn to love the word no. And you've got to learn to know when you've got to walk away. And for God's sake, don't turn around to them and say, if you haven't sold, come back to me, because they won't. They just won't, because they'll be ringing you up, and no one ring you up saying you're right, I'm wrong, because they'll feel perhaps. You have to give them a reason. So if you do lose it, you have to be in contact with that vendor more often. The best piece of advice I can give you is this: find out what they're looking for and text them. Saw this coming on the market with whoever, doesn't matter which agent, thought of you. Just keep sending that in the first 5, 6, 7 weeks.
Frozen peas.
And on that note, we'll leave it at that.
Thank you.